I'm Ryan McDonald from 103.5 The Eagle. Well, the Cape Breton Screaming Eagles took on the Gatineau Olympique tonight in their only visit of the year to Centre 200. The Eagles came into this one itching to get back on the winning track after losing 3 in a row, including 2 straight on the road in New Brunswick. But they knew it wouldn't be easy. Every year, Gatineau has a strong team, and this year looks to be no exception as the Olympique came into this game with a perfect 4-0 record. Tonight marked the first ever home game for a pair of brand new Eagles, Luke Adam and Ashton Bernard. The two were actually paired on a line together, and that line would come through for the first goal of the game just before the midway point of the first period. Morgan Ellis would blast home a low slap shot for his first of the season and his first ever as a Screaming Eagle, with Adam and Bernard drawing the assists, making it 1-0 Cape Breton after the first period. In period 2, Cape Breton would expand its lead to 2-0. After a great rush by Victor Hertzberg and some nice pressure down low by that entire line, rookie Brad Kusner showed some sweet hands in tight to roof one up top for his second goal of the young season. Late in the period, Gatineau would pull to within 1, but Olivier Waugh and the Eagles held on in the third for a much-needed 2-1 victory. Waugh made 26 saves for the win and was named first star of the game. With the win, the Eagles improved to 2-3 on the season, and now let's watch the highlights of this game with the play-by-play from 103.5 The Eagles, Ken McNeil.
And it's Luke Adam up across center. He's over the blue line, stepping right around. Adams up in the puck. Time to send it across. Everybody overskates it. Ellis, shot, scores! Morgan Ellis with a bullet up the right point. And Cape Breton up 1-0.
By Luke Adams. Great play by Luke Adams coming down the wing. You know, the secret there was both the wingers went to the net. Ashton, Bernard, and Horace both went to the net. The 30 defense from outside in, the puck came right back over.
Logan Shaw are on the ice. All 3 guys above 6 feet, some big bodies. Here's a shot by DeLille and a great stop by Waugh. Great to the crease. Boy, Hertzberg's got some flash and dash. Rebound. Score! What a beauty! Brad Kusner, top shelf, 2-0, Cape Breton.
Good goal by Kusner. He's tight there. He got it up top shelf, right to the top of the net. So we got to give Mr. Hertzberg a lot of credit for that goal. It was a great play.
Buckets now to the right point. Labrie to Canal, top of the right circle, down low the feed. There's a chance shot. They score. Touché. As Olivier Waugh clearly moving away from that post a little too early. And the Olympic are on the board.
And his style is to go down on his knees, and that just gave the top shelf made it wide open with the player with the puck.
The ice has faced 11. Kusner in a foot race. And Yanisik beat the puck by Brad Kusner. Kusner taking valuable time off the clock. Peter McDougall now back in on the cycle to Brad Kusner. Kusner will rattle him around the wall to Nick McNeil. McNeil working his way to the puck, down to the far corner. McNeil will have a look. Back in it goes on the cycle with Peter McDougall. McDougall into the corner. He gets upended to the ice by Alexander Touchette. And they continue to battle off that far corner. Kusner gets well tied up. Nick McNeil had it go through his legs, and back come the Olympics.
Talking here with Screaming Eagles assistant coach John Hanna after the Eagles picked up a 2-1 win over Gatineau here at Centre 200. John, after 3 straight one-goal losses, it must have been quite a shot of confidence for the boys to get back in the win column tonight.
Well, I think so. You know, it's confidence is always a good thing, and winning is, always helps confidence for sure. But it's not so much early in the year about wins and losses as much as the process of playing well and doing the things that we're working on. And I think we made some strides tonight in our defensive side of the game, and that's the important part for us. And if we play and stick to our game plan and do the things and execute the things we want to, we'll have a chance to win most nights, no question about it. But it's nice to get the win. 2 points are important.
And you talked about the defensive side of the game. After giving up 56 shots in Moncton, I understand the coaching staff maybe wasn't too pleased with the team's defensive zone coverage. 27 shots given up tonight. Do you feel the team improved a lot in that regard?
Well, we did for sure. Moncton, mind you, we were in, I think we tried to kill off 13 penalties, and it was a steady flow of power plays and 5-on-3s for Moncton. So the shots were a little, they weren't quite indicative of the game, but, defensively 5-on-5, we weren't sharp. We managed tonight to limit our, Gatineau's chances against by tightening up in our own zone. And we understand that for us to be successful in the offensive end, we have to play better defensively. And I think we did that tonight. There's still some areas we have to get better on. It's early. But yesterday was the first time we had a practice with this team all year as a team. So, it's going to take a little bit of time. We have to improve. We understand it's a tough division, and every game, every night is going to be difficult, and we have to be ready.
A lot of people thought it was an interesting experiment to put Luke Adam and Ashton Bernard on a line together. That line with those two and Logan Shaw, how did you feel about their performance tonight? Well,
I thought they had a great night. They had a lot of opportunities. They didn't score a lot by any means, but they created offense. They created chances. Luke Adams showed tonight that why he's going to be a good pro and an NHL player someday with his speed and his strength and his hands. And you know what, Ashton Bernard was able to create a lot of space out there. He's a presence on the ice. People are aware, players are aware that he's out there. He creates space not only for himself but for his teammates and his line mates. And Logan Shaw had a good game. He skated much better tonight, and he made some good intelligent plays. And again, he's only 17-year-old, and be able to play with two 19-year-olds, he's done a great job. So we were pleased with that line, and we were pleased with a lot of players tonight.
Almost any time you win, goaltending's a big part of it. How big was Olivier Waugh tonight?
Well, he's been solid every game he's played so far. Goals against the last game or the game before don't tell you how well he played. He's been very sharp for us. And tonight, it was a challenge for him. Tonight, Claremont in the other net has had an outstanding start to the year. But Olivier's always been up for the challenge, and tonight was no different. He was comfortable in there. He's playing the puck better. He's seeing the puck, and he's playing with a lot of confidence. And that'll translate into wins and W's for this team.
What about young Brad Cusner? He's off to a great start to this season. 2 goals already. 4 checks hard. Throws the body around. Seems to be becoming a bit of a fan favorite and actually popped the winning goal tonight. What does the coaching staff think of his start?
Well, we liked Brad from day one, and I've liked Brad for a number of years before he even came to our team. And, we know what we're getting from Brad Cusner every night. And he's a hard worker. He's a hard-nosed guy. He's not a big guy, but he understands how to use his body effectively. He skates well. He goes to the front of the net. He goes to the corners and the dirty places, and he's not afraid. And tonight, he showed great hands. He was in tight, in a lot of traffic. He pulled the puck back, roofed it upstairs like he's been in the league for 3 years, and he was a 50-goal scorer. We don't expect Brad Cusner to score a lot for us, but when he does, it's certainly going to be a bonus. But, hey, he's not surprising us as a coaching staff. We're very pleased from day one, and we know what we have, and we've got a great player.
And finally, I would imagine the guys have been chomping at the bit for another chance at Moncton after the shootout loss last Sunday. What needs to happen tomorrow to get those guys back?
Well, we played a good game. We had a good start in Moncton. I think we have to stay out of the penalty box, and I think Moncton will probably say the same thing. The whole game, there wasn't a whole lot of flow, a whole lot of tempo. But again, defensively, we're going to have to be sharp. We know what kind of style they play. They're a patient team. They'll dump the puck. They'll wait for their opportunities, and you can't afford to take chances and open up against them, or they're going to score some goals. And again, we'll stick to playing our game. We know what they're going to do. They know what we're going to do. But who's going to execute? And at the end of the night, hopefully, we're going to get the 2 points.